My name is Abhay Kumar. Today is 23rd March, and on this day in 1931, Bhagat Singh, Shahid-e-Azam Bhagat Singh, was hanged to death. When he was hanged, he was just 23-year-old. The whole country and outside of it is remembering Shahid-e-Azam Bhagat Singh, his ideas, his sacrifice, his revolutionary ideas. I am also here remembering him, and I think that paying tribute to Bhagat Singh is not complete without knowing what he stood for. And once we know it, his ideas, his dreams, his theoretical understandings, his life, his struggle, we should try to follow in his footsteps. That will be real tribute to Shahid-e-Azam. Here, what I am trying to do is to talk about his idea about caste and untouchability. Friends, Bhagat Singh did not live long. He had great interest in Marxism, in socialism, and it has been the argument by the friends of Dalit Bahujan political and social movements that Marxists and communists of this country have not taken up the questions of caste. It may be true in many cases as far as the leaders of parliamentary left are concerned, but Bhagat Singh did talk about caste, did talk about untouchability, and he analyzed the question of caste in a very radical manner. So what I am going to do in this discussion is to talk about his idea of caste untouchability. But let me just begin by quoting Professor Bipan Chandra. He says that Bhagat Singh read a lot. He was one of the most well-known, most well-read persons in India on revolutionary movement, anarchism and Marxism. I am quoting Bipan Chandra from the introduction which he wrote in the small pamphlet Why I Am Not an Atheist, published by PPH. And he says, and I am quoting it, during the years 1925 to 1928, Bhagat Singh read voraciously, devouring in particular books on the Russian revolutions and the Soviet Union, even though getting hold of such books was in itself at that time a revolutionary and difficult task. In the 1920s, Bhagat Singh was one of the most well-read persons in India on revolutionary movements, anarchism, and Marxism. When you read his pamphlet, Why I Am Not an Atheist, he says that Bhagat Singh was under the influence of his family, who were believers, but later when he started reading, he started doing critical thinking, independent thinking. He started reading revolutionaries of Russia and Soviet Union, including Trotsky, Lenin, and classical Marxist thinkers. Then his idea began to change, and he started rejecting religion and faith. And he said, do not follow any Mahatma Ji, follow your reason, your critical thinking. So the point here which I am trying to stress is that Bhagat Singh read, he believed in study, and he believed in engaging with ideas. That is why he was able to say things in a radical manner. Friends, there is also a book by historian S. Irfan Habib, not to be confused with Irfan Habib of medieval history. In his book, S. Irfan Habib gave a list of books and writers whom Bhagat Singh was reading about, and he also, S. Irfan Habib, gives a list of the books which Bhagat Singh in that short span of life have read. For example, Karl Marx, Capital, Origin of Family, Private Property and State by Friedrich Engels, Trotsky, Barton, Thomas Paine, Trotsky, Hugo, these were the writers, and many others which Bhagat Singh studied. His interests were in militarism, Marxism, communism, history of Europe, and many other things. P.C. Joshi has also written on Bhagat Singh, the P.C. Joshi of Communist Party of India. And he said, and if I quote P.C. Joshi has this, that Bhagat Singh had an undying thirst for learning. P.C. Joshi said it in his article for the Mainstream published on March 25th, 1969. And P.C. Joshi and Bhagat Singh had long discussion, which P.C. Joshi recalls in that article. Today, in left circle, that critical engagement and thinking is not much happening, and many would critique the party that the Marxist intellectuals are not able to provide any creative thinking. So that is a criticism, but Bhagat Singh was exception. So I am here going to now take up Bhagat Singh's views on caste and untouchability. And as a student of history, I